on guys, it's Ascension back again with another video, and today I wanted to talk about the Final Fantasy VII Remake because if you haven't heard or read about it online yet, Square Enix has recently posted a job listing for level planners to join the project, and that listing had some information that would spark up the conversation within the community of the remake being in some serious trouble. And I've even seen people going as far as to say that the Final Fantasy VII Remake will become the next Versus XIII because of this information. I'll get into my thoughts on that in a minute, but first, let's take a look at some of the updates we get from the posting. We get a section with an update on the status of the remake saying, "We are examining programs that implement general functions and contents for Final Fantasy VII Remake as necessary on the development team. And while we are reaching a satisfactory level in terms of reproducing the original title in high quality graphics, we have come to the conclusion that we should aim for even higher quality in order to meet the expectations of fans. That said, we will tackle the production of this big title by establishing core members of various positions such as level planner, battle planner, designer, engineer, and etc., including existing members of the development team. Interested applicants are expected to work as a core member." Along with that small development update, we also get a few other pieces of information through this post, with Square Enix stating this recruitment is not a last-minute replacement for dealing with inadequate work volume, and that they are currently in the thought process of creating a world of Final Fantasy VII that is being resurrected for the modern times. Square Enix hopes to add members that can work on various levels within the game and come up with ideas for what they'd like to do with the charming characters. Alright guys, of course, this is the update within the posting that everyone is talking about, and now I just kind of want to go over my thoughts around this and what others have said about it, because a lot of gaming sites and even some YouTubers are making this out to be bad news. I've seen people saying that the game is delayed, which is asinine considering the fact that the game never had an official release date, therefore it can't be delayed. People have said it was vaporware and that it would become the next Versus XIII, and I mean, come on guys, this news is not bad. It's Square Enix proving to make more attempts to make sure that this game is the best possible. Then looking for more level planners and more creative minds to bring this remake to life, that isn't a bad thing at all, and it's not like how it was after the break from CyberConnect 2 where Square was urgently hiring staff to get the game back on track. I think it would be very safe to assume there's probably new areas, and even if there isn't new places per se, to make this the full game we are expecting and to truly expand upon the world we saw in the original, these areas will all be pretty massive and it could only possibly benefit from Square actually bringing on more people. I know a lot of us fans truly wish that the game would release really soon, but in all actuality, this information here really shouldn't be the reason you realize that it isn't. And I've talked about this in previous videos before. I think it's unfortunate to say, but with the lack of any trailers or information, there is no real reason to believe that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is anywhere close to being done. But that doesn't make the remake automatically vaporware or Versus XIII. Kingdom Hearts 3 has been in development for 5 years now. That game isn't vaporware, it's not Final Fantasy Versus XIII, and I don't know about you guys, but I am definitely expecting Final Fantasy VII Remake to be bigger than Kingdom Hearts 3 in terms of scope. So with that said, the fact that this game has been in development for 3 years now and isn't close to being done does not mean that this game won't come out. A lot of huge AAA titles aren't done within 3 years, they just don't get announced as early. And I know that means everyone's going to jump back to the argument that like all their recent games, Square announced the 7 Remake too early. And I will say, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 and Versus XIII were definitely announced too early and for no good reason. And while I have ranted about Square Enix announcing the remake too early in one of my earlier videos before, I have come to the realization that there was really nothing else that they could have done. Sure, every game has the risk of being leaked or exposed by someone within the company and into the public, but with the Final Fantasy VII Remake, I can't imagine them making it a year into the actual development of the game without news about it being leaked unofficially, which of course could ruin the hype leading up to the official reveal. I don't think Square was completely out of place to officially reveal the trailer early with this game, but that still doesn't change the fact that it does definitely leave us fans playing a waiting game, which of course definitely sucks. But ultimately guys, we want this game good and we want it done right. If we want a game that's complete, then it's important to remember that masterpieces aren't created overnight. Square Enix knows how high the expectations are for this game. They know that this game needs to be done right because the biggest risk Square Enix could possibly take is to take one of their most beloved entries in the series, remake and change it, and not do it right. I know it sucks that every time that we hear about the remake, it feels like it only gets further away, but guys, I'm telling you, we have so much to look forward to in the future. Final Fantasy VII Remake is the real deal. It is not vaporware. It's not going to become Versus XIII. And in a year, 2 year, 3 year, whenever the game actually does come out, we'll look back and the wait will definitely be worth it. And we'll be so much more appreciative that Square waited till they felt the game was ready rather than giving us an incomplete game because they wanted to get it out sooner. And so definitely guys, I would say expect it to be sometime for the remake, and as much as that sucks, we should honestly be happier for it because we know that in the end it will be worth the wait. But let me know what you guys think about the information we got and this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and as always guys, if you love watching Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts content, then make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on all of my latest videos, like these 357 awesome people right here, and I will see you next time.